This is the weekly sales meeting for November 12th, 2023. My name is Chris Fleming. You can reach me at chris@cdmediaconsulting.com or go to our website at cdmediaconsulting.com. Today's topic is, what do you recommend? I worked with a gentleman named Charlie. In our last couple of years of working together, we established our every Wednesday lunch meeting. Here we would talk about the office and general business. It was very productive from a growth standpoint. We would share ideas and troubleshoot potential problems, often before they popped up. It helped our entire operation run better. I would say it was time well spent, but Charlie had an odd habit. He didn't like to make menu decisions. He would put all his trust in the hands of the server. Very risky, if you ask me. He would say, "Surprise me," and I'm surprised he didn't end up with a plate full of crickets or field mice. It never backfired on him, though, at least on Wednesdays. It is the ultimate sign of trust, asking somebody else to make a recommendation. I think Charlie knew the server was not going to bring him anything awful, as their gratuity depended on it, so that may have been the insurance policy. I am the opposite when it comes to ordering. I find something I like, I order it, and I do it every time I go to that place. I am sure there are some psychologists who would analyze our two methods and have a field day, but he relied on that server's recommendation. Many people make decisions based on the recommendation of others. I did some unscientific research of my own social media news feeds. The number one request on neighborhood social media sites is, "Can someone recommend ... and then the request for whatever it was. It's almost always some kind of service-based business, and then there is a litany of pro and con recommendations for friends and neighbors in that business. The truth is, most people, especially people new to an area, they don't have someone they can trust to do work on their house or work on their car or with their pets or their children. They are looking for help. Referrals are one of the ways they ask for it. The advent of social media has expanded the circle of influence. It has moved from immediate friends and family to anybody with a smartphone and access to Yelp. This is a big risk if you are a business owner. Referrals have a chance of making or breaking a business. The higher that person is on your trusted advisor list, the more weight that referral will carry. Unless it is a negative one from a random stranger online, then it is 100% credible, especially when presented from a singular point of view and out of context. This is the phenomenon spotlighted by the connected society. It used to be that a person having a good experience with a company might tell 2 or 3 people in their circle, and this is only when prompted or asked. But those having a bad experience would tell 10 or more, but only when the subject comes up. In today's connected age, a person having a good experience might tell a group, but only if prompted or incentivized. A person having a bad experience will tell as many people as possible, and they will do it in as many places as possible, if nothing else but for a feeling of satisfaction. Think about what the referral brings to the table. It brings trust and influence. Recommendations from friends are often trusted because they come from a familiar, reliable source. Friends are more likely to have a genuine interest in helping each other. They won't want to take the blame if the referral goes wrong, so they are careful about whom they recommend. This will enhance the perceived credibility and influence of their recommendations. Meta's Mark Zuckerberg is in the referral business. He says people influence people. Nothing influences people more than a recommendation from a trusted friend. He likes them so much that he has a whole platform run on algorithms attempting to recommend more things you like, all to keep feeding his revenue machine. Referrals offer a higher rate of conversion than any other method of introduction. According to a Nielsen study, 92% of consumers trust recommendations from people they know. This is a big thing to purchasing decisions. For those that sell advertising, one of the biggest roadblocks to conversion is the objection we hear often. It sounds like this: "I only rely on word of mouth." The recommendation is in that form. William Birnbach is a stalwart in the advertising industry. He was one of the founders of Doyle, Dane & Birnbach in 1949. He claimed word of mouth is the best medium of all. When a business gets recommended, that demonstrates the power of word of mouth. But it is a risky reliance, as you cannot control it as you can regular advertising. The art of advertising allows the business to craft a message to convey a feeling. Simon Manwaring is the founder and CEO of We First Inc. It is a brand consultancy, and it's based in Culver City, California. He is an expert on brands. He is the author of We First: How Brands and Consumers Use Social Media to Build a Better World Emotional Connection. He instructs us the most valuable recommendations comes from people we know and trust. Friend recommendations can tap into the emotional connection. In the absence of friends, brands have long relied on celebrity endorsements to substitute for enhanced word of mouth. And the more famous the celebrity, the more credible the message. Big name celebrities can give huge visibility boosts and mass reach. It also costs more. Celebrities have a wide following and fan base. This can help amplify brand awareness and reach. Their star power can attract and generate buzz. And when someone is a raving fan, there's the "I want to be like Mike" aura that builds around the product or brand. Celebrities evoke emotions and can create a personal connection with their fans. When a celebrity endorses a brand or product, it can help establish an emotional bond. This bond increases brand loyalty and consumer engagement. It is a challenge to stand out in a crowded marketplace. Using a celebrity spokesperson can help brands differentiate from their competitors. It offers a unique market position that is more recognizable. The association with a well-known personality can make the brand more memorable. The negative to this word of mouth is that your brand is now tied to everything that celebrity does. This strategy did not work out so well for Samsung. They had hired LeBron James as a spokesman for their new Samsung Galaxy Note 3. In an oops moment, LeBron's Samsung phone malfunctioned and rebooted. He lost everything. He then tweeted it to his 12 million followers. He wrote, "My phone just erased everything it had in it and rebooted. One of the sickest feelings I've ever had in my life." It is possible that Samsung had a sick feeling shortly thereafter. That had immediate consequences. But once a celebrity endorsement is signed, the stigma can be there for life. Take the case of Hertz. They had a deal with O.J. Simpson. It dated back to 1975. For years, it was a profitable partnership for both parties. That is until he was charged with double murder. 20 years of brand building and celebrity recognition went down the drain. Right now, brands are flocking to social media influencers for many of these same reasons. They offer reach and engagement to groups they may not normally target. They have large audiences across various platforms. By partnering with influencers, brands can tap into these audiences and reach a wide range of potential customers. Influencers can create specific content that resonates with their followers. The thought is this content will drive high levels of engagement, and engagement should equal conversion. Brands like these social media influencers as they are seen as authentic and relatable. Their followers trust their opinions and recommendations. They consider them more like friends or peers rather than traditional advertisers. Brands can leverage this trust and authenticity to create genuine connections with their target audience. This can lead to increased brand credibility and consumer loyalty. Recommendations from influencers are often disguised. They are paid endorsements that require a disclosure statement, but influencers have a way of disguising their action. This is part of the appeal. The message offers the ability to be disguised as useful content. It is specific to a niche community based on their personal brand. Influencers are often skilled content creators. They are adept at producing appealing and engaging content. The good ones excel at storytelling. They can weave brand narratives into their content seamlessly, hence the reason for the need for disclosures. It is an area regulated by the Federal Trade Commission. While influencer marketing has its benefits, brands should vet them with care. Unlike traditional paid advertising, brands lack control of the message. Brands relinquish some control over the content created and the way their products or services are presented. Influencers have their own unique style and voice, and this may not always align with the brand's messaging or desired image. There are concerns about authenticity. Influencers have faced criticism for promoting products or services that they don't use or believe in, and there is a potential for controversy. Influencers are like any public figure. They can find themselves embroiled in controversies or negative publicity. Let's take InBev Anheuser-Busch and their partnership with TikTok star Dylan Mulvaney. Not only did Anheuser-Busch not anticipate how this would blow up in their face, the backlash from a minor investment in a social media influencer cost the brand billions, and it cost them its standing as the top beer in the United States. While social media influencers are all the rage, the cost of this fiasco has yet to be fully realized. What about brands not using controversial endorsers? Influencer marketing can yield positive results, but measuring and quantifying the ROI can be challenging. Determining the impact of influencer collaborations on awareness, engagement, and conversions requires tracking and attribution. The use of this process may not yield what brands are looking for in the long run. Much of that may not be known until a far-off future date. This leads us back to the discussion of getting a referral from a trusted friend or advisor. There's an endless supply of social media influencers. They appear in every niche under the sun. For most brands, the goal is to appeal to the widest variety of people as much as you can, for the message to resonate with the largest group of people possible who can buy your product. Putting it in front of a large tribe with common wants and needs is a pathway to success. For AM/FM radio, that is music to their ears. Radio station personalities are some of the most trusted influencers across all media. They have strong local community ties. They can tell stories with passion and emotion. They are relatable to the lifestyle groups they serve. According to Tech Survey 2023, published by Jacobs Media, 60% of those that consume AM/FM radio cite DJs, hosts, and shows as their primary reason for tuning in. And in most small towns, these are the celebrities. Radio listeners have loyal relationships with their local personalities based on earned trust. In a study by Maru Matchbox, the results show 90% of respondents agree or somewhat agree that their favorite air personalities made them laugh. And 73% believe these influencers know and understand what makes their city unique. 52% consider these local celebrities to be like friends or family. A ringing endorsement from a trusted advisor like that would go a long way for local brands and products. A Nielsen study indicated that ads delivered by radio hosts garnered more attention from the audience. This only reinforces the idea that these advertisements carry more weight. Neil Patel, he's the co-founder of Crazy Egg and Hello Bar. He claims the best marketing doesn't feel like marketing, it feels like a recommendation. When we have a trusted advisor giving us a genuine recommendation, it can move the needle at the cash register. Now, 10 years ago, I was against this practice. I could see it only going wrong. It is because I had not yet wrapped my head around how to keep it from going off the rails. I had experienced more LeBron James scenarios than I had successes. But today I would tell you, before proceeding down this road, draft yourself a set of rules to govern the business. Limit the number of endorsements, which will increase their effectiveness. Charge a premium so they have real value. Charge per instance so it does not become a cliche. Follow the rules. Read the disclosure rules from the FTC and make sure it is a product your celebrity is using. Align the brand and the person. Practice the art of endorsements. Run a training session on how to present endorsements. Use all your assets to promote. Make your influence reach across the spectrum of delivery. Use what is in your arsenal to make these premium positions more valuable. Make this plan, and you won't be saying to your hosts, "Surprise me," as Charlie would do. My new book, 52 Weekly Sales Meetings, is now available on Amazon.com. If you like what you have heard here today, please consider ordering a copy or two. You can always send one to a friend. Go to cdmediaconsulting.com right now and follow the instructions to order.